this is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, April the 9th. It is also Easter, and it is John's mother's birthday. Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Let me see if I can get caught up with you here. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Facebook is going to cooperate better than it did last time. And I actually tried a new thing where it's letting us join. I think it's also letting us join this with the Facebook group too, and not just the Facebook page. But let me see if I can get on here. Let's see, happening now. Oop. Let me see if I can get on here, everybody, because I'm trying to do this in the group and here on the Facebook page. But hello, Melissa, good to see you. Hattie's sneaking in here. Carol's here. Anna is here. For some reason, it is not popping up for me to be able to watch. Come on, come on, come on, because I want to be able to see you all in both places. I want to be able to see your shining faces. Oh, here we go. And let's make sure that this is quiet enough. Okay, awesome. So, again, hello and happy Sunday, everybody. Hello, Hattie. Hello, Deanna. Let's see, hello, Mary from Pittsburgh. And yes, happy Easter. Hello, Elaine. Hello. Let's see, Diana's sneaking in. And let's see, there's Annette. Darlene is coming in. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Carol. Oh, it's Carol's first time here. I was literally just, Carol, you're psychic. I was literally just getting ready to say, if it's your very first time, please let us know, because we would love to welcome you. So everybody, please welcome Carol. Yep, and there's Deborah, and let's see, Trish. Happy Easter, Trish. There is Lynn. So we've got a lot of people sneaking in. I cannot believe you all are here on Easter. Thank you very much for spending your evening with me. Hello, Sherry from Cape Coral. Oh, she's back home in Cape Coral. And hello, Mary. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary is welcoming Carol, but yeah, still, hello, Mary. I'm so glad that everybody is here. Oh no, Janelle. Okay, y'all are gonna make me cry. I knew this was coming. Okay, we're gonna have to pause for just a second. I am so sorry. Cheryl, we will welcome you here in just a second. So Linda, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna try my best not to start crying. I don't cry very often. But 2 weeks ago, I was trying to tell you all that Linda was very, very sick, that Linda Salzberger was very sick, and apparently she passed away Thursday. Oh, Janelle. Okay, if y'all give me just a second. That makes me so sad, because we're not going to talk to her anymore. Okay, let's just all take a moment. Thank you for letting me know, but let's just all take a moment. Whew. Okay. Okay, so thank you, Janelle, for letting us know, and I'm so sorry. Okay. Okay, it's Cheryl's first time, so welcome, Cheryl. Hello, Kim, and if you all are just joining us, hello, Evie. Hello, let's see, Annette. Happy Easter. Oh, and Janelle's boys were asked to be pallbearers. That makes me so sad. Oh, that makes me so sad. That is so sad. She was so sweet. And hello, Sandra from Demon's Ferry. Oh my goodness. Whew, hello, Rosie. Okay, it's gonna be a little sad for the first few minutes. Sorry, everybody. I'm Kelly. This is IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, our live chat number 313. And yeah, we just found out that Linda is gone. So she had told me that she was very sick. I tried to give you all a heads up a couple of weeks ago, but she showed up. She was here with us 2 weeks ago. She was here with us on the chat 2 weeks ago. Whew. And hello, Chris. Welcome to you. Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, that is such sad news, and I literally just found out. So you all just pardon me for a moment while I just take a second and let that sink in. And hello, Carol Lou. It's good to see you, but today, hello, Sylvia. And if you all are, I know, and Sherry's mom passed away too. Ooh, it's been a week. I know, Janelle. Oh my gosh. Okay, Janelle, you're gonna have to stop. I'm just kidding. You're gonna have to stop though, because she always had her bottom in a green chair. Always, always, always. Okay, anyway. And hello, let's see. Hello, Sherry, back in Cape Coral, Florida. Wow, that's heartbreaking. Easter is a fantastic time of life and celebration, but it also seems to be, oh, it's especially hard when we lose people. Okay, so for the new people who don't have any idea why I'm standing over here going, whew, trying not to cry. We lost one of our precious members on Thursday, and I'm finding out at the same time. I knew she was very sick. She had told me that a couple of weeks ago, but I'm finding out at the same time that you all are. So, again, if you're new, just hang in with us for a second. We're a pretty tight-knit group, and you can be part of this tight-knit group too. We are also, I think we're live streaming this over in the If You Have an Egg group. Actually, maybe I should go check over there. Maybe I should go check over there and see if there's anybody talking over there that we're missing. But yeah. That's so sad. That is so sad. I'm so sorry. Okay, but today is Sunday, April the 9th. And again, this is chat number 313. Gosh, I hate to be so chipper, but we're gonna have to. She would want us to keep going. She would want us to keep going, and she would want everybody who can to put their bottoms in green chairs. So we're all going to, when it's time to talk about going to an in-person workshop, we're all gonna have our virtual bottoms in virtual green chairs tonight. I'm just saying, in her honor. So anyway, this is chat number 313. Today is April the 9th. It is Easter Sunday. It is also John's mom's birthday. So for those of you who have asked how John's mother is, somehow, don't know how, she's still hanging on. She's still hanging in there, and we got her out and rode her around for a little while this morning. She won't remember it, but John will, and she actually got to see both, or all three. She got to see her granddaughter Casey and her great-granddaughters Alyssa and Bo today. So fingers crossed you'll remember a little bit about that. Okay, so happy Easter, everybody. Hello, Jonna. It's good to see you. But happy Easter, and hello, Lisa. And Lisa, you're just a minute late, so you all, Lisa and Jonna, you're gonna have to scroll back up and see the news. But anyway, happy Easter, everybody. Was Easter a good day for you? Did you have success managing today, or are there any issues that we need to talk about while we're here? Any hello, Catherine from Lowell, North Carolina. It is good to see you. And again, if y'all are new, please let us know. I promise I don't get every time, just on special times. But if you're new, let us know, because we would love to welcome you. And I think it is fantastic. Hello, Loretta from Virginia. I think it is fantastic that you all are here on Easter Sunday. That is so awesome. Hello, Orlando Debbie. Orlando Debbie, you're going to have to scroll back through and see the news, because I can't say it out loud again, or I'm going to get upset again. And yes, hello, Phyllis. And yes, I'm very happy to have my wheels back. So, first thing is, it's Easter. So again, happy Easter, everybody. Second bit of news for today is I got my car back. And hello, Wanda from Texas. I got my car back. You wouldn't believe, I was only without a car for 3 weeks. You would have thought that I had not had a car, aloha Kathy, for like months. I was only without it for 3 weeks, but I was so tired of riding with other people. I was so thankful that I had other people who could take me places. Catherine's been struggling with tracking and staying focused on her new lifestyle change. So y'all jump in and help her. And Catherine, we also have a group you can join. It's If You Have an Egg, a Weight Watcher support group, and you can also pop on over there. Maybe somebody will share the link to that so you can hop on over. But anyway, super happy to have my wheels back. So excited to have those back. I'll be able to meet Karen when we want to, where we want to in the morning to walk. So anyway, love my family for driving me around, and Karen, but I am so thankful to have my wheels back. And then the last little bit of news for this week, I was at Gwen's official Weight Watchers Zoom via Connect on Thursday night. Where were you all? There were only like 18 of you all there, and it wasn't even all 18 of y'all weren't even there. I saw Lynn and I saw a few other people, but where were the rest of you all? I was really expecting to see you. And I'll be there again. I should be there again this Thursday night. If you need help finding it, you can go to Connect, and you just need to search for the West Knoxville group. Once you find the West Knoxville group, let's see, Deanna, you have to have I think it's called a Premier. Is it a Premier membership? I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, you have to have that kind of a digital membership to be able to access the Zoom meeting. Okay, but if you need help finding it, just let me know, because if you have that kind of a digital membership, then you can definitely, a pro membership, then you can definitely attend those. Okay, so I need to know who had your bottom in a chair last week, and remember, we're all green chairs this week in memory of Linda. So thumbs ups if you had your bottom in a chair this week, and even if it wasn't in a green chair, still say it was in a green chair for Linda, because she would love that. She would absolutely love that. So thumbs ups for going to an in-person workshop this week or for attending a Zoom workshop. And hearts for visiting with us here live last week. Even though last week was a little bit of a challenge technologically, so I actually started the live tonight the same way that I backdoored it last week, and it worked like a charm. So hearts if you yep, somebody fill Debbie in, please. So hearts if you visited here with us last, attended with us here live last week, or if you watch later on demand. And that the green hearts in honor of Linda are so sweet. Thank you all very much. Okay, here are your Bravo stickers for attending your meetings last week. Y'all are killing it. You're troopers. You're doing such a good job. This is Easter week, and you all either attended a Zoom meeting, went to a live meeting, watched with us, or you're here on Easter Sunday. It's amazing. Extra Bravo stickers for being here on Easter Sunday. Okay, last week was chat number 312, and it was titled How to Handle a Small Weight Gain. A small weight gain? We're all here to lose weight, right? So last week I asked you to raise your hand if you anticipated that your weight loss, if you charted your weight loss, this is how you imagined it was going to be. You thought it was going to be all downhill, just a simple slide to your goal. So I asked you to do that last week, and then I asked you to raise your hand if your weight loss looks more like a, like a group of ants that lost their way. So, and all of us were like, yeah, that's kind of how it is. So it's totally normal to gain a little bit of weight during your, during your weight loss journey, and it's totally normal to gain, just to gain and lose. It's totally normal. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's a completely normal part of your process. If you lost weight every single week, probably need to relook at what you're doing. But last week we talked about which type of person you are. So if you gained a couple of pounds, but your trend line is still down. So even if you're doing this a little bit, but your overall trend line is still going down, it's no reason to panic. So it's no reason to panic. You can go on your Weight Watchers app, and I completely forgot to do that video. I will try to remember to do it this week, but you can go onto your Weight Watchers app, and you can actually open up. It'll automatically open up when you go into your gear, the gear at the top. It'll automatically open up when you look at your weight for just a short period of time. It's like it's a really short time period. It's like a month. You can open it up for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or a year. And that's going to show you overall, kind of what your trend is. I also asked you to step back and reflect. So remember the chat where we covered up our eyes, and so that whatever it was that was in front of your face, you couldn't see anything else because your eyes were covered. And I asked you to put your hands in front of your face, put them so tight, and I asked you to know, you can't see anything, and then pull them out a little bit, and then think, oh wait, these were, extenuating circumstances, or a new medication, or hello, happy Easter, Mindy, or just something else going on, and then pull them back all the way, pull your hands back all the way, and realize it was just one event, or it was just some new medication, or just a temporary medication, or it was just a cruise and we're back now, or something like that. But pull your hands back and look all the way. Also, I wanted you to make a plan, and I wanted you to check it three times, because I love that number. I wanted you to decide now how many pounds that you're willing to go before you panic and just go, oh my gosh, what is going on? And do something about it and take some action. So your homework last week was actually #PoundCrusher, and you all crushed it. You crushed your homework. I had so many, even just that night, the night that we started the chat. There were so many of you. That it was insane. There were so many of you. And I tell you what, I'm going to check real quick before I tell you what your homework was. I'm going to check real quick and see if anybody is over in the Facebook group watching this live, because this is the first time that I've done it in the group too, and I just want to be sure. Let me see. And then I'm going to tell you all how you did on your homework. So let's look real quick. Okay, so... Oh, looks like it's the same. Oh, awesome. Okay, it is the same comment. So, perfect. Okay, so for your homework last week, let's see how you did. Trish had a psychologist tell her 17 years ago never to let her weight fluctuate more than 5 pounds. So ever since, she tracks, she weighs, she measures, and she's been doing that for 17 years. So 17 years later, she never ventures far from her goal, and she gets back on track immediately if she starts to stray. Perfect plan, Trish, and that was some good advice that you got. Marianne made a promise to her late husband to take care of herself. Her new goal is to stay within 5 pounds, and she realizes that she can't do that on her own. So she is attending her meetings, and she's getting back to basics so that she can keep that promise to him and to herself. Then Sylvia's goal, you guessed it, 5 pounds. So 5 pounds seemed to be the most popular, you're welcome, Trish, seemed to be the most popular time to go, and kind of put the brakes on. So Sylvia's goal was also 5 pounds. And she says she learned an important lesson a long time ago. Even though she has successfully lost 100 pounds, you heard me, 100 pounds, she still has to be mindful. She has to stay close to her basics, keep a close track on them, and both track and prep her veggies ahead of time to stay on track and to stay ahead of that 5 pounds. So bravo to everyone who did their homework this week. You all, you rocked it. I mean, you all literally crushed it. So your homework was to crush it, and you all crushed it. This week, we are talking about how to make at-home eating more exciting. That's not the official topic from Weight Watchers, so if you're new, the first half of this chat, this is an hour-long chat, and you can watch it later on YouTube. That's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. The first half of the chat is always the week prior, whatever the topic was from the prior week for Weight Watchers, but this is a slight tweak because this is what Gwen talked about in our Tuesday night meeting, and then she talked about this again Thursday night in her Zoom meeting. And again, you can find her Zoom meeting on Connect by searching for the West Knoxville group. But she kind of tweaked it to be more about making eating at home exciting. And I loved that theme, and I loved what she did with it, so I ran with it. Okay, so this week we're talking about how to make at-home eating more exciting. Someone in our in-person workshop was asked, what's your favorite thing to make for dinner? And she replied, reservations. Yeah, that's her favorite thing to make for dinner. Does that sound familiar to anybody? No one is saying that you can't eat out, can't eat over to friends, that you can't eat at your desk, anything like that. But what about spending a few meals eating at home this week? Just a few. Maybe it's to save some money. Maybe it's to get a better grip on what you've got going on. Maybe it's to get some better control. When you eat at home, when you do, and again, I'm not saying you can't eat out. We eat out all the time, or carry out, or whatever. But when you eat at home, you know what's in your food, you know how it's made, so you're not at risk of somebody using that little butter brush when you ask them not to. But eating at home this week, does that sound exciting, or does it not sound exciting to you? So hold on, there's going to be a party starting up in here in just a few minutes when I tell you about some ways to make your eating at home more exciting. Okay, so who thinks it's a good idea? Okay, Deanna says she's the cookbook queen. So who thinks it's exciting? Deanna, I think, thinks it's exciting when she's going to be eating at home. So who thinks it's exciting? Who thinks, oh, we're going to eat 4 or 5 meals at home this week? Who thinks that sounds exciting? Or maybe give me some thumbs ups if you think that sounds exciting. So let's see how many of y'all are excited about eating at home this week. Just 4 or 5 meals. And you have, what would it be, 21 meals plus to choose from? And Deanna, I knew you'd be all hands up. I knew you would be. Okay, then give me some hearts if you think, no thanks. I'll just do what that other lady does, and I'll just make some reservations. Yeah, so give me some hearts if you think, doesn't seem too exciting. Okay, so here are some things that you can do to make eating at home more exciting. So we do both. We eat out a lot and we eat at home a lot. So first thing is, let's see, Carol Lou eats at home 99.9% of the time. At first I thought that said 95.9% of the time, and I thought, where did you even get the statistic from? Okay, and Elaine is a, maybe not be for me. And Roberta's sneaking in here. Hello, Roberta. So first thing is, the KISS principle, and y'all have all heard of the KISS principle, the keep it simple, I'm going to say sweetheart, keep it simple, sweetheart. So if eating at home does not have to be a 3-course meal, or a 4-course meal, or a 5-course meal, or a 2-course meal. It can just be one thing in one bowl. I had a friend whose ex-husband, if you're hearing me, always wanted a meat, 2 vegetables, a bread, and a dessert. And the 2 vegetables could not be the same color. Hello, Barbara. Happy Easter. Yeah, it's exactly right. Dottie says more control of your food at home. That's exactly right. But he wanted a meat, 2 vegetables, a bread, and a dessert. And the 2 vegetables couldn't be the same color. And he wanted that every single day when he got home. This was not a you're a good cook, honey, and I want you to provide this. So she got to where she was like, eek, after he became X, she didn't want to eat at home at all, because to her, you know, kind of had a bad, you know, vibe. So she and I worked for a long time on keeping it simple, sweetheart, on doing some things that were not a big affair. They were not a big to-do. They didn't make a lot of dirty dishes. A couple of dirty dishes, but not a lot of dirty dishes, and they didn't take a lot of prep, a lot of thought, you know, whatever. So some of my favorite meals at home are simple, delicious. Many times they're prepared ahead of time and in the freezer. So I want you to pick a favorite quick add-in, or maybe a simple go-to recipe or 2, and keep them in your hip pocket or where you can see them, LOL. Ha ha ha. So one of my favorite things to do, and I talk about stuff like this all the time, and I'm just going to pop in and see if you all have seen these. This would be perfect like on a potato. This would be perfect mixed in with a little pasta. These would be perfect, you know, just mixed in with something else, a little bit of rice or some riced cauliflower. But these are Star-Kissed Smart Bowls, and like this one is rice and beans with tuna, spicy pepper. This one is quinoa and beans with tuna, Latin citrus. And this one is barley and beans with tuna, tomato, basil. These would be, and these are huge. I mean, these are big. These are like 4.5 ounces. So this is pretty big. But just something simple that you could do like that. Or Deanna has like a ton of recipes that she uses. She's a great meal prepper, so she always has something, you know, on hand. So keeping it simple can make it more exciting. If you think, oh, I'm tired, and I'm gonna have to drag out every pan I own, and you know, and on and on and on, you're not as likely to cook. Okay. Oh yeah, Mary says put these on salad. That would be a great idea. So it's just something simple like that, and keep something simple on hand. And these last so long. Like the expiration date on this one is 2025. Okay. This is 2023. This one has a 2-year shelf life. So keeping something simple like that can make it exciting. Okay, I want you to eat your words. So literally, okay, right now I want y'all to stop and give me 3 words that you might see on a menu that would make you absolutely want whatever it was that they were peddling that day. So quick, just throw out 3 words that if you saw them on a menu, you'd be like, that, I want that because it says it is blah, blah, blah. So quickly, 3 words. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I want everybody to give me 3 words. And there's quite a few of y'all here tonight. Ooh, and Debbie eats at home 99.9% of the time. Yep, she keeps ingredients prepped and ready to go. Okay. So what are 3 words? Gooey, sweet, baked. Yeah, that sounds good. That's what Deanna says. Jonah says crispy, crunchy, scrumptious. Catherine says, ooh, it says salad and chicken and salmon. Oh my gosh. Phyllis says, if I bought these, they would still be sitting here in 2025. Just something simple, Phyllis. It does not have to be tuna. It doesn't have to be tuna anything. Okay, one more person. Kim says, if the menu says crawfish, shrimp, fish. Okay, Anna says creamy, stuffed, crispy. Mary says flavorful and low calorie. Ooh, Debbie says spicy. Okay. Mary says, oh, yep. Okay, so your favorite place to dine out would never put in print, they would never put this in print, a cold bottom-dwelling critter with a little sauce on the side. Okay, they would never say anything like that. So why would we make when we're saying, this is what we're going to have for dinner tonight, honey, or what we're going to have for our snack or whatever, why would we make it so bland? Instead, if we said something like, let's see, what if when we prepped our food and tracked our food, if we describe them to ourselves something like this, and so instead of saying a cold bottom-dwelling critter with a little sauce on the side, what if we said something like chilled jumbo shrimp with a yummy light lemon, teriyaki, or orange sauce for dipping? That's literally, it would just be thawed out jumbo shrimp and a container of some kind of G. Hughes sauce. So I'm going to put the link to those G. Hughes sauces. Hello, I'm going to say it wrong every time, Joycelyn. but I'm going to put a link on when this gets posted on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and hopefully maybe on YouTube. I'll post a link to the lemon pepper teriyaki and the orange citrus sauces from G. Hughes. They're sugar-free sauce that are low in points. But can you imagine just letting some shrimp thaw out and just sitting and dipping it in that and eating it? Because the shrimp is 0 points, you know? And if you just add a little description, yummy, light, sugar-free, cool, you know, whatever some of those descriptive words are, that always makes it sound better. And then the last thing is pretty plate it. I love a pretty plate or a bowl or a cup, and they don't have to be expensive. Your local thrift store has tons of broken sets of place settings and other odds and ends that can make a pretty place setting without breaking your budget. And as my fearless leader Gwen reminded us this week, use your china because your children don't want it. Okay, some of my favorite pretty plates, and these make it so much more fun. Casey got me these. How fun is it to eat at home on these camping plates with campers and flamingos on it? Super, super cute. I love a good cute bowl. I don't eat anything. I try not to eat anything out of the container, so yogurt and fruit and things like that. Mickey bowls, or who wouldn't want to eat something yummy out of this cute kitty bowl if you make your own stir fry or something? So cute bowls, they make it fun. If you are going to eat, you know, like a little bit of ice cream, maybe with a banana, slice up a banana and something fun like this. Put, you know, slice up a banana, put a couple of scoops of low point or light ice cream, maybe a little drizzle, you know, of some chocolate sauce or some caramel. How much more fun out of something like this? Alyssa will not drink, my granddaughter Alyssa will not drink milk at home. She refuses to drink milk at home. But guess what? If I put it in a fancy martini glass, she'll drink it every single time. I got this for $1. $1, and it is a fancy martini glass, but Alyssa will drink, she will drink milk every single time if I put it in this fancy glass. And then you all know how much I love my Tausi half bowls. I have, I don't know, too many of these. I've got them, I'm sorry, those are the eggs for the next part of this that are rolling around in there. I've got them with Mickey heads, Minnie heads. I've got them in gray, I've got them in blue, I've got them in white. So just having something colorful and fun to eat out of, that can make your dinner that much more exciting. So that is your homework. Your homework for this week is hashtag pretty plater, not pretty platter, pretty plater. So I want you to be a pretty plater. I want you to prettily plate your food. Doesn't even make sense. But it's hashtag PRETTYPLATER. So this week's homework is so much fun that I cannot wait to see what you do. So I want you to pick a single meal or a snack, and I want you to pick a pretty plate, a cool cup. Thank you, Lynn, for sharing the homework. So a cool cup, anything fancy or colorful. It doesn't have to be expensive. Your china, something like that, and something that is just plain fun. It can be something that's, you know, just totally fun. But I want you to take a picture of it, and I want you to share it with us so that you can show us what a pretty plater you are. So again, your homework for this week, hashtag pretty plater, PRETTYPLATER. Yeah, and I want y'all to take some fun pictures and share them with us. And remember to do the hashtag pretty plater, and then tag me. If you're here, you can just tag If You Have an Egg. If you are over in our Facebook group, you can tag Kelly Green Milligan, and it will tag me in that. If you're doing your homework on YouTube or on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, then you can. Oh, Dottie's got flamingo plates. I want to see pictures. I definitely want to see pictures. I love flamingos, and I love camping, and I love Disney, obviously. So, just a side note, don't know if y'all know this, but the most exciting thing that we've heard in weeks, aside from me getting my car back, people outside of Florida can get annual passes again. Okay, that's a totally different subject. Okay, so anyway, do your homework, do your homework, do your homework. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, that's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, or over on www.ifyouhaveanegg. Just comment, because when you comment, I'll get a notification and I will see that you did your homework. Okay, so that is your homework, everybody. We are right at the halfway mark. If you're brand new and don't know this, this is an hour-long chat. The first half is whatever the topic was from the prior week. Oh, trust me, Debbie, John was all over that. And yes, Sandra, thank you for reminding me about the water. The first half is whatever the topic was for Weight Watchers from the prior week, and the second half is something fun. And I think it's going to be extra fun today because today's Easter, but it's time to drink some water. So at the halfway point, everybody get you a sip of water. That way I know at least one time during the week that everybody got plenty of water to drink. And I'm going to go ahead and put the apron on. We're not technically cooking, but we are preparing some food. This way too, if you are watching this later on YouTube, and if you only want to watch the second half, if you think, oh, what was that she made in the second half? That's the only part I want to watch. You will know because as soon as the apron goes on, it is the second half of the chat. Okay, if you are just joining us, I'm Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and tonight's chat is chat number 313, and we've been talking about more exciting ways to eat meals at home, or how to make your meals at home a little bit more exciting. So one of the things that we're going to do to make our meals from home more exciting is I'm going to show you some things to do with Easter eggs. If you have Easter eggs left over, or this can be used anytime, doesn't have to be Easter, but because we have colorfully colored Easter eggs, that's what we're going to use. Talk about exciting. John got a test of the third one that we're going to make. He got a test of that. Oh yeah, Trish just added Gwen's Zoom meeting to her calendar, so I'll see you Thursday, Trish. Oh, John got a sampling of the third one that I'm going to show you, and he is so excited that we are going to be making a couple more that, yeah, he's already looking forward to that. So he is already super duper looking forward to it. So we had a ton of fun making these cool and colorful eggs for our Easter celebration, and here are 9 that I have left. So we had super cool and fun Easter festivities this year, but Nona is smart enough to keep out, oh, and Sandra, thank you. I'll show you my earrings in just a second. But I am smart enough to keep 12, which you've already eaten 3 of them, out from the hiding so that we would have, and Catherine, I can't give out the Zoom number. You actually have to be I'm not allowed to give out the Zoom. So Catherine just asked what the Zoom number is for Gwen's meeting. And I'm not allowed to give it out because you actually have to be a, oh gosh, whatever that level member is. And I'll try to remember what it is. But on with Weight Watchers, you have to have digital tools, and you have to be that level on your digital tools to be able to access it. So you can just go to Connect. And then when you go to Connect, if you look up the West Knoxville group, and then you join the West Knoxville group, and it'll give you her Zoom number for Thursdays, for her Thursday chat. Okay, so so the price of egg, like the chicken situation must be getting much better because I paid $1.99. But Catherine, if you're that level, we would love to see you on Thursday. I paid $1.99 for 2 dozen. I mean, I paid $1.99 each for 1 dozen. Let's just dime and hide them and don't worry about it. Like Bo was picking it up and going. So yeah, so she was crushing them. And then I think I only paid $4.99 for for these Eggland's Best, fresh from the chicken tushy, cage free, blah blah blah, you know, whatever eggs. So anyway, so I held out 12, so I kept 12 good eggs for us to be able to use and eat, and then the others, the cheap eggs, those were the ones that we hid, and didn't worry about if we didn't find them all. Okay, so I was smart enough to do that. So some simple egg dyeing tips, just in case you don't have those, or just some simple egg making tips. First one is hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer, in my opinion, are the way to go. So if you haven't seen me make hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer, oh, and I said I would show my earrings to somebody. These are from a local maker here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and she actually paints them using fingernail polish, if you can believe that or not. Okay, so first thing is hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer. Absolutely, in my opinion, that is the way to go, okay? So if y'all have been around for any length of time, you know that I can't hard-boil an egg. I can peel a hard-boiled egg that somebody else made. Can't hard-boil one to save my life. The only time I have successfully hard-boiled an egg was with Popcorn Karen at her house when we were trying out her, or prior to this was with Popcorn Karen at her house when we were trying out her Instant Pot that had never been out of the box before. And we did successfully hard-boil eggs, but my gosh, it took forever because you have to let it come up to pressure, do its thing, go down, whatever. I mean, it took forever. So if you haven't seen me hard boil eggs in the air fryer, I'm not going to do it tonight, but you can watch my easy to follow and even easier to do video on YouTube. It's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, and once you get there, look for the air fryer egg recipe, video. And so it's also on www.ifyouhaveanegg.com, and you can just click on that little search bar. Or if you're on your phone, you just click down the little, the little drop down list, and it'll bring up a search bar, and you can type in hard boiled eggs, and it'll take you straight to the video. Lily, that works for me, is 16. She's only been 16 a few months, but anyway, she's 16. She got a 90-second training on how to make the eggs in the air fryer. Her mom has an air fryer at home, and she loves it, so she's super excited to see how to do this. I gave her 90 seconds. I showed her. I just went, look, Lily, you do this, 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 beep, 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 turn this, whatever. And so we did that Saturday morning while we were at work. So she had 2 air fryers going at Casey Kitchen Center. She had both of the air fryers going while we were working, while we were doing paperwork, while we were answering phone calls. She had both of the air fryers going. And 36 eggs later, they were all perfectly hard boiled, like she's a pro, okay? She got a 90-second tutorial. So the basics of that is the eggs need to be room temperature. Doesn't matter what color or age they are. Doesn't matter. And you're not adding any weird things to the water, salt or oil or, whatever. It's just eggs, okay? 4 at a time in the air fryer basket works best for me. And that seems like not very many, but they take so little. They take so little time to cook that we cooked 36 just in the length of time that we were at work. And Sylvia says she just told her kids today how to do them in the air fryer. Boom, yeah. And then you cook them on 260 degrees for 16 minutes, and then immediately into an ice bath for at least 5 minutes. Perfect every time. Okay, color and immediately re-refrigerate the eggs. So because you have to have these at room temperature, as soon as you have hard boiled them, and then as soon as you colored them, then you got to get them back in the refrigerator. If you plan on eating them later. Not so much of a hurry if you're just going to hide them. And this is for non-Easter time too. So if you're just going to make these to eat, same rules apply here. Eggs left out for more than 2 hours should be used for hunting, not eating, okay? The last thing is make some cool deviled egg combinations. I'm going to show you how to make 3 here in just a few minutes. Instead of your grandma's plain old mayo and mustard deviled eggs. Nothing wrong with grandma's recipe. I love those too, and I'll eat those all day long too. But you can make these fun and and amazing versions too. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you how easily an air fryer hard-boiled egg peels. Oh, where's my little bowl? Here it is. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly peel. Some hard-boiled eggs, and again, these were all done in the air fryer. Lily again had a 90-second tutorial, and she nailed this. I mean, look how easy this peel is coming off. Okay, super stinking easy. Like I would have never been able to do this boiling these eggs. These eggs would have absolutely fallen apart. Would have fallen apart. So, and look how pretty the eggs are. I hate to bust them up. I hate to bust up the shells on them, but alas, we need to make some hard-boiled eggs, so we're going to do it. But yeah, so even with just a 90-second tutorial, Lily was able to do this. I had never successfully done hard-boiled eggs, and everybody had told me all the secrets, oh, you have to put salt in your water, and you have to do this, and you've got to, and the eggs have to be more than a week old, but they can't be more than a week old, and they can't be farm fresh, and they have to be farm fresh, and they have to be white, they can be brown, they can be cage-free, la 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 la. I mean, just on and on and on and on and on. Never could do it. Okay, let's try to quickly get these peeled. Okay, there's 2 down. How do you all like to make while you're waiting on me to peel some eggs, how do you all like to make your hard-boiled eggs? Did anybody color any eggs this Easter? So I want to hear how you hard boil them, and if you did any eggs for Easter. These were so pretty. Alyssa helped me color these. We actually gave Bo She had her own little cup, like Alyssa and I did, for putting the colors in. But we gave her clear water. We did give her one of the egg dipping things. And then, yeah, see you Instant Pot girls. Look at this pretty purple one. But we gave her clear water, one of the egg scooping things, and a plastic egg, so she thought she was coloring eggs. Nobody tell her that she was not. Okay, so Instant Pot. Debbie and Phyllis are Instant Pot girls. Ooh, Annette has a Weight Watchers egg cooker. Okay, Annette, how does the Weight Watchers egg cooker work? I have not used that. Explain, is that electric? Yep, and Joycelyn says, boil in water for 12 minutes. Didn't work for me. 12 minutes, 13 minutes, 20 minutes, forever. Let them cool on their own. Yeah, none of that works for me. And it's just me. Pretty blue one. Let's see. Carol Lou has an egg cooker that she uses. Hard boil a dozen every weekend for the week. Oh, that was another thing that I was going to say is if you make some extra ones, and then put them up, you can keep them for a week unpeeled. So just like these, if they were once you hard boil them, you can keep them in the refrigerator for up to a week to use. Once they're peeled, you need to use them in a couple of days. So Carol Lou uses an egg cooker, and she hard boils a dozen every weekend for the week. Debbie says made homemade, where'd it go? Homemade mayonnaise and turmeric into stuffed eggs and egg salad. Ooh, that's very good. I know, Joyce, hey, no, I'm serious. My sister boils them. My mother boiled them. Everybody in my family boiled eggs. I'm literally the only person in my family who can't hard boil an egg. And let's see, Annette says poke holes in the top of the eggs and add a little water to the machine. Oh, takes no time. Ooh, there's a green one. So it takes no time. Ooh, that's awesome. So is it electric? Is it electric, or because you're calling it a machine? So is it something that you plug in? And I'm gonna have to hurry and peel, or we're gonna run out of time. Wait, while I'm doing this, did you all see the thing that I shared from Weight Watchers where they put some eggs in a, and Wanda says 12 minutes and then into cool water with lots of ice to cool them off. Did you all see the thing I shared from Weight Watchers where they put some eggs in a pan? Okay, and Annette says yes, it's electric. Where they put some eggs in a pan, didn't stir them up or anything, and then they let them cook. Excuse me, and it was basically to the consistency of a hard-boiled egg. But they, that one's pretty. But it was basically to the consistency, it was the consistency of a hard-boiled egg. And then they chopped them up and they used that to make egg salad and things like that. And I was like, that's genius, because it was a no-peel hard-boiled egg. And I thought that was just sheer genius. Okay, oop, I was going too fast and I almost peeled off the outside of that one. Okay, this one may have to be a janky hard-boiled egg because I was going too fast. I got too excited and almost ripped the egg in half. Okay, so we've only got one more to peel. Quickly. Let's go, because I want to show y'all how to make these. So easy. And the fact that this is going to be easy, that is what's going to make this so exciting. Let's see. Okay, Karen needs a little help. She's got all the equipment, computer, all the books. Loves this idea, but she can't afford Weight Watchers. So Karen, you need to go join our group. It was in a little baking dish. It wasn't a sheet pan, Debbie. It was a it was like a little baking dish, and they baked it. I shared it earlier over on Facebook, but it was on the Weight Watchers official Instagram post. But Karen, if you want to go over and join our group, we've got lots of helpful people over there. And we've got people that are not doing Weight Watchers. We've got people that are doing other things. We've got people that just need some support. Okay, and Sylvia, the no-peel hard-boiled egg thing, that was if you're just going to be chopping them up anyway. Obviously, it's not going to make, like this shape. If you're just going to be chopping them up anyway for egg salad or, to go on top of something else, that's what it was for. I thought that was a pretty good idea for making egg salad. Okay, so here are my pretty shells. Let's put these over here. Okay, the first one is palmetto cheese eggs. So these are palmetto cheese deviled eggs. So all three of these, you notice I've only left us 15 minutes because these are going to be so stinking easy, and John is so excited about these. So these are, and Debbie, thank you for sharing the information for the group. So this is palmetto cheese. This is going to be the highest point value of the three. So this is palmetto cheese. This is palmetto cheese with jalapenos. This is made in South Carolina. I'm not from South Carolina, but I love the people in South Carolina for their palmetto cheese. Again, this is going to be the highest in points. So you're just going to take 3 eggs and cut them in half. And you're going to put, and see how perfect these are out of the air fryer, and then you're just going to put the little yolks in here. You can put the eggs back over here in your little dish. And you know, really chopping them up like this, that would also, if you were going to chop them up, that would be really good in that too. And Lynn has never had palmetto cheese. I think it's just a cutesy brand name. But it's so creamy that, I don't know, John and I prefer it over regular pimento cheese. Yep, no, I got excited on this one too. Okay, we'll have to hold on to that one. I got too excited on that one too, and I busted the little side of it. But so you're going to cut up 3 eggs, and you're going to put them in their little, put the yolks in. So each one of these is going to be 3 eggs. And then after you get your 3 egg yolks in there, yay, Catherine just joined the group. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So after you get your egg yolks in there, then, here, let me go ahead and grab this one. Oh my goodness. And Bo saw an egg yolk for the first time today and was flipping out. She was absolutely flipping out. And then she dropped it and Dusty ate it, and he was tickled to death to get it. Okay, so you're going to get your egg yolks in there with the palmetto cheese. And this palmetto cheese does have jalapenos in it. Have you ever had pimento cheese? Pimento cheese, so palmetto cheese, you could use pimento cheese, you could use hummus if you wanted to. These are just 3 of our favorite ways to make, well, it's actually 2 of our favorite ways to make easy deviled eggs that are a little bit different. But we have a third one that's it's going to be a new favorite. John is so excited about this. Now, if you want to get super fancy, you could fill these, you could use a, if you wanted to get super fancy, you could use a, like a cookie decorating bag. But for the sake of time, I am just going to fill these real quick. Or I'll just fill 2 of them. Okay, and then I'll let y'all see what they taste like. Okay, so here's one of them. So this one is a pimento cheese, palmetto cheese. These are really good if you like bacon. These are really good if you want to add, a little bit of bacon to it. So this is the palmetto cheese, and I will try it for you because I'm going to take one for the team and try these. So that is a palmetto cheese egg. Oh, Debbie says palmetto cheese is not as chunky as pimento cheese. Good to know. See, I love pimento cheese. I love palmetto cheese anyway. Love it, love it, love it. And good to know about the palmetto cheese. Okay, so that's one of our favorites, and that recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. So if you go to www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and look up deviled eggs, you're going to see, I think I've got 5 or 6 different deviled egg recipes on there, and that palmetto cheese one is on there. You can substitute pimento cheese if you don't have access to palmetto cheese. Totally fine. Totally acceptable. Okay, the next one is one of my favorite Trader Joe's products. So this is the artichoke and jalapeno dip from Trader Joe's, and this is 2 points for 2 tablespoons. The palmetto cheese is a lot for a little bit of tablespoons. You'll just have to go see what the points value is over on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. But this is the chunky artichoke and jalapeno dip from Trader Joe's. We eat this on everything. We eat this on sandwiches. We make melted cheese dipping breads with this. This stuff is so good. I try not to buy it a whole lot. I only buy it like 4 or 5 times a year because we will sit and go through this entire container. I don't know if you can see this or not. There is just a tiny bit left in this container, but it's two tablespoons is 2 Smart Points. And so for this recipe, and this is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, for this recipe, you're going to do, again, 3 eggs. So it's going to be 6 servings, and I'm calling a half of an egg a serving. You can definitely eat more than a half of an egg. But if you eat a half of an egg, so with this recipe, if you eat a half of an egg, it's still 0 points. How awesome is that? Okay, so you're going to do 3 eggs again. A half an egg is 0 points. Okay, I've got one more little egg over here. Oop, this still kept some of its shell. And see how easy the yolks pop out? I mean, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I mean, look at, literally, it just slides out when you cook them in the air fryer. Okay? And these have such strong, yeah, palmetto cheese is 6 points for 2 tablespoons. But we love it. We love it. But when you're using it like this, you know, you're just doing a little bit. I think it's 1 point per half if you're using the palmetto cheese. But this one is the jalapeno and artichoke, and again, for half of an egg, we're calling that a serving. It's going to be 0 points for a half, and then I think it's 1 for 2 halves, which is actually a whole egg plus a third, plus 1 tablespoon of the artichoke and jalapeno dip. And again, if you wanted to make this prettier, you could do, you know, you could use like a cookie piping bag, or not a piping, yeah, I guess it would be a piping bag. You could do that. This recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and if you just look up, if you go to www.ifyouhaveanegg.com and just type in deviled eggs in the search bar, you're going to find all of these. Okay, let me make a couple of these, and I'll show you how good they are. Okay, so this is the spicy jalapeno, jalapeno and artichoke, or artichoke and jalapeno dip, again from Trader Joe's. Okay, I will fix the rest of those here in just a few minutes. Let's put these over here for the sake of time. And John's gonna be so, oh yeah, guacamole deviled eggs are fantastic. Carol Lou just said she likes guacamole deviled eggs. Love those too, big fan. We also like, I've got a bacon, lettuce, and tomato one that's really good. Okay, so here is a jalapeno and artichoke dip one. I can eat this stuff all day long, Okay, here's one that's already got its stuff in there for John. That one's all ready to go. Okay, and then the last one, and this one is going to be a new favorite. John begged for this, so we had this today at lunch, and then he begged to have this again. This is La Terra Fina. Never had them before. La Terra Fina, tzatziki, and feta. And it is also 2 Smart Points for a tablespoon. Okay. So we need our 3. It's 2 Smart Points for 2 tablespoons. Sorry, let me say that correctly. Okay, so let's get 3 more eggs cut up here. Even though I say you can do 4 eggs in the air fryer at a time, I always make my hard-boiled eggs in 3s. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But this will be a new recipe on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and it'll be called You Get It. Oh, thank you, Debbie, for sharing that. So Debbie just shared a link to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and she searched deviled eggs. So it'll pull up all of my deviled egg recipes if you click on the link that Debbie just shared. Thank you very much, Orlando Debbie, for that. And see how easy those yolks just pop out so easy when you air fry them. I mean, look at this. Bloop. That's so easy. Okay, so let's get this one all mushed up. Tzatziki and feta. So good. So delicious. It is, it's tzatziki and feta dip. It's this one. So Cheryl wants to know what this is. This is a new to me brand. It's La Terra Fina. And it is tzatziki and feta dip. 2 points for 2 tablespoons. So this has got 3 tablespoons in it. You've got 3 egg yolks in here. So we're gonna make 6. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. I don't know if y'all love the way tzatziki smells as much as I do, but it smells so good. So this one again will be up on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com here in just a couple of days after Jessica gets that added. But this one is so stinking good. Okay. So we'll just make one here because we only have 4 minutes. And I'm going to show y'all how good this is. So here is the tzatziki and feta dip deviled egg. Oh my goodness. That one is a new favorite. And so Bernice just asked if I got this at Trader Joe's. This I actually bought at Kroger. And Kroger and Meijer are the same thing. So this one was from Kroger. The artichoke and jalapeno dip was from Trader Joe's. And the palmetto cheese here in Tennessee, I get this at, do not get this at Trader Joe's. I get this at Kroger. I can find it at Food City. I can find it at Ingles. Pretty sure Publix has it. So we can find this a lot of different places. Okay, so hopefully that is going to make your eating at home more exciting. I hope that you will try one of these recipes. So easy. They're so easy that I hesitate to call them recipes. So stinking easy. Anybody can make these. Do what Carol Lou does and go ahead and prep you some eggs at the beginning of the week. Remember, if you keep them in the shell, you can go ahead and hard boil them, and you can keep them in the refrigerator for up to a week at a time if they still are in the shell. You need to eat them pretty quickly if you go ahead and take them out of the shell. But think about how easy this would be. If you already had, so if you were like Carol Lou and you had already pre-boiled some eggs at the beginning of the week and you had some of this in your refrigerator and you just said, you know what, I want some tzatziki and feta cheese deviled eggs. Boom, you could have them. You would be ready to go. So again, I hope you all have found something exciting. I hope you'll break out some cool dishes. I hope that you will do your homework because I want to see those cute and awesome dishes, whatever you're going to use. And wait, and Debbie says they are great for summer and no cooking days. Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, for days that you do not want to heat up the kitchen. But I hope you all found something that you will try. I hope you will take lots and lots and lots of pictures on fun and cool plates and everything because I want to see them. But you all have a great week. I hope you had a fantastic Easter. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and let that next video roll over. It's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg. Let that next video roll over. I promise you will enjoy it. And go ahead and click that little button and click the bell, click that little bell so that you'll be notified the next time that we have a video post. But y'all have a great week and I will see you next time. Good night. Happy Easter, everybody.